The passing of Tiffany's father after a long and arduous battle with illness marked the beginning of a tumultuous journey for her and her sister Megan. Their divergent attitudes towards their father's illness strained their relationship, adding another layer of complexity to their already fragile bond. Amidst the heaviness of grief, a surprising turn of events unfolds as a lawyer named Samuel arrives with news of their father's inheritance. This inheritance encompasses a vast array of assets, including a grand house, expansive lands, substantial savings, and an unassuming storage shed. However, what could have been a moment of solace and unity instead triggers a heated confrontation between the sisters, unraveling deep-seated tensions and conflicting expectations. Delving into the details of the inheritance, Samuel reveals an unexpected twist: the inclusion of a farm that their father used to manage as a hobby. Megan ardently insists that it should rightfully be part of their inheritance, disregarding any prior agreements. Yet to their astonishment, Samuel discloses that the farm is actually rented land, thus rendering it outside the scope of their inheritance. This revelation fuels Megan's discontent, adding further strain to their already fragile relationship. Central to the ensuing controversy is the seemingly unimportant storage shed, initially dismissed as inconsequential by both sisters. Megan, eager for a quick financial gain, opts for a cash settlement, completely disregarding the shed's potential value. In stark contrast, Tiffany passionately objects to this unequal arrangement, recognizing that there may be more to the shed than meets the eye. Driven by curiosity and a lingering suspicion, Tiffany embarks on an exploration of the storage shed. It is during this investigation that she discovers an unexpected door concealed within the shed's unremarkable facade. Venturing further, she stumbles upon a small yet significant space housing a securely locked safe. As Tiffany unlocks the safe, a breathtaking revelation awaits her: a treasure trove of valuable watches meticulously collected by her father. This extraordinary find challenges their preconceptions of the inheritance, forever altering their outlook on their father's legacy. Word of the invaluable watches spreads throughout the family, attracting both rightful admiration and insidious intentions. Megan, now cognizant of the watch's substantial worth, succumbs to the allure of financial gain. Yet her actions lead her down a treacherous path, resulting in legal repercussions when she attempts to gain unauthorized access to the safe. This unforeseen turn of events exposes Megan's hidden financial troubles, shaking the foundation of their already fraught relationship. In the wake of these unexpected twists and turns, Tiffany seeks guidance from a lawyer regarding the watch's significance and legal implications. In doing so, she not only begins to comprehend their profound worth, but also realizes the moral imperative of honoring her father's memory. Simultaneously, Megan's transgressions act as a catalyst, pushing Tiffany to confront the disarray within their family. Motivated by a desire to restore harmony and heal their fractured connection, Tiffany makes the difficult decision to return to her childhood home, yearning to reconcile with her sister and rediscover the true essence of family bonds. As the tale unfolds, unexpected inheritance details, a surprising discovery, and unforeseen legal consequences pave the way for a journey of self-reflection, familial reconciliation, and the embodiment of cherished values. The arrival of lawyer Samuel and the inheritance announcement. Immediately following the passing of Tiffany's father, the dynamic between her and her sister Megan becomes even more strained. Their divergent attitudes and approaches towards their father's illness had already created a rift between them. However, amidst the somber atmosphere, a new character enters the scene, bringing news that would further test their relationship. Lawyer Samuel, a somber figure clad in a tailored suit, arrives at their doorstep with the weighty burden of their father's inheritance on his shoulders. As he lays out the details, the reality of their newfound circumstances sinks in. The inheritance comprises of several assets, including a stately house, sprawling stretches of land, a substantial amount of savings, and an unassuming storage shed. The momentous announcement erupts into a heated discussion between the sisters. Megan, ever the pragmatist, immediately latches onto the idea that the farm, which their father had devoted considerable time and effort to as a hobby, should rightfully be included in their inheritance. Fueling her argument is the belief that their father's emotional investment in the farm should translate into their material entitlement. However, as Samuel unearths the intricacies of the inheritance, a shocking revelation comes to light. It's revealed that the land upon which the farm stands is in fact rented land, rendering it separate from their father's estate. Megan's insistence on the inclusion of the farm is swiftly dismantled, fueling her frustration and intensifying the brewing tension between the sisters. Dividing the inheritance becomes the next topic of contention. Samuel explains that according to their father's wishes, the house and land are to be entrusted to the care of their stepmother. This unexpected twist forces the sisters to confront their feelings of grief, anger, and resentment towards their father's new wife, adding yet another layer of complexity to the inheritance dispute. With the house and land now designated to their stepmother, the remaining assets encompassing the savings and the storage shed are to be divided between Tiffany and Megan. It is here that the initially unassuming storage shed becomes a focal point of controversy. Megan, disillusioned by the seemingly trivial structure, dismisses it without a second thought and confidently opts for a cash settlement instead. Tiffany, on the other hand, refuses to accept the unequal arrangement, sensing that there may be more to the storage shed than meets the eye. Fueled by curiosity and a desire for justice, she embarks on a personal mission to explore the shed in search of answers. Inside the shed, Tiffany uncovers a hidden door that transports her to a small, secluded space. A large, sturdy safe stands prominently, its contents veiled in mystery. As she carefully opens the safe, her eyes widen in disbelief. Nestled within its secure confines are a collection of priceless watches lovingly assembled by her father over the years. This unforeseen discovery shatters the sisters' preconceptions and introduces a powerful shift in their perception of the inheritance. Word of the invaluable watches spreads beyond the confines of the shed, attracting attention and stirring covetous desires. Megan, now fully aware of their newfound significance, succumbs to the temptation of financial gain, only to encounter legal trouble when she attempts to access the safe without proper authorization. Her rash actions expose her own hidden financial troubles, forcing her into a sobering confrontation with her own choices and priorities. On the other hand, Tiffany's encounter with the valuable watches prompts her to seek legal counsel to understand their true worth. In doing so, she unravels not only the monetary value of the watches, but the deeper significance they hold within their family history. It is during this process that Tiffany experiences an epiphany, realizing that family connections and cherished memories are far more valuable than any material possession. Driven by a newfound clarity, Tiffany makes the poignant decision to return to her childhood home, not only to honor her father's memory, but to bridge the chasm that has grown between her and Megan. It is here, amidst the bittersweet emotions of grief and reconciliation, that Tiffany hopes to rebuild the fractured bonds with her sister and rediscover the essence of family unity. Thus, the arrival of lawyer Samuel heralds a period of revelation, turmoil, and ultimately transformation for Tiffany and Megan. Through unexpected turns and unforeseen circumstances, they are compelled to reassess their priorities, confront their individual shortcomings, and strive for the healing and reconciliation their family so desperately needs. Lawyer Samuel's visit. The air in the room felt heavy with grief and tension as Tiffany and Megan processed the recent passing of their father. Their strained relationship had only been exacerbated by their differing attitudes towards their father's illness. Little did they know that a visit from lawyer Samuel would introduce a new dimension to their already complicated lives. With a solemn demeanor, lawyer Samuel arrived at their doorstep, carrying the heavy weight of their father's inheritance on his shoulders. As he stepped into the room, the sisters exchanged cautious glances, bracing themselves for the news that would soon be unveiled. With a voice that carried both empathy and authority, lawyer Samuel began to reveal the details of their father's legacy. Their inheritance encompassed a range of assets: a grand house, vast stretches of land, a substantial amount of savings, and an unassuming storage shed. The news of the inheritance ignited a spark of hope in both sisters' hearts. However, their differing perspectives quickly led to a heated discussion. Megan, her voice filled with determination, insisted that the farm their father used to run as a hobby should be included as part of their inheritance. It was, after all, a place where their father had poured his heart and soul. But, as lawyer Samuel spoke, the truth unfolded before them. The farm was on rented land, rendering it separate from their father's estate. The division of the inheritance as laid out by lawyer Samuel further intensified the sisters' differences. The house and land were to go to their stepmother, leaving the savings and storage shed to be split between Tiffany and Megan. It was at this point that the unassuming storage shed transformed into a point of controversy. Megan, enveloped by her pragmatic nature, swiftly dismissed the significance of the shed and favored a monetary settlement instead. She believed cash to be a more practical solution, undermining the sentimental value attached to the shed. Tiffany, however, could not accept this unequal arrangement and vehemently protested against it. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a subtle sense of justice, Tiffany took it upon herself to investigate the storage shed further. To her surprise, she discovered a hidden door that led to a small secret space. Her eyes widened in awe as they settled on a large, sturdy safe. What lay inside would forever alter their perspective on the inheritance. Within the safe, Tiffany found a collection of exquisite and valuable watches that her father had meticulously collected over the years. Suddenly, the inheritance seemed less about material possessions and more about the legacy their father had left behind. The watches served as a catalyst for a shift in Tiffany's understanding of their family's history and the true worth of inheritance. Intrigued by the discovery, Tiffany consulted another lawyer to determine the exact value of the watches. It dawned on her that the significance of the inheritance went far beyond what either sister had initially imagined. Meanwhile, Megan, aware of the watch's worth, succumbed to the allure of financial gain, attempting to bypass legal procedures to access the safe. Unbeknownst to Megan, her ill-conceived actions led her down a treacherous path. The attempt to benefit financially from the watches not only proved unsuccessful, but also brought to light her own financial troubles. The situation, compounded by the revelation of Megan's hidden struggles, forced both sisters to confront their personal demons and reassess their priorities. As the tumultuous events unfolded, Tiffany realized that material possessions paled in comparison to the need for reconciliation within their fractured family. Faced with the newfound perspective that the watches had brought, she made the brave decision to move back to her childhood home, not just to honor her father's memory, but to lay the groundwork for healing and rebuilding the fractured bonds with her sister. The arrival of lawyer Samuel, initially a bearer of news that fueled fiery debates, ultimately became the catalyst for unexpected turns, revelations, and most importantly, family reconciliation. Through the upheaval and chaos, Tiffany and Megan had to confront their own flaws, learn the value of forgiveness, and embark on a journey of rediscovery and reunion. Inheritance details, the farm, and Megan's insistence. Amidst the backdrop of their father's passing, Tiffany and Megan grappled with their strained relations, exacerbated by their differing attitudes towards their father's illness. However, their lives took an unexpected turn when lawyer Samuel arrived, bearing the weight of their father's inheritance: a house, land savings, and a storage shed. This revelation acted as a catalyst for a heated discussion between the sisters, with one particular point of contention: the farm. The inheritance, previously shrouded in mystery, revealed that Tiffany's father used to run a farm as a hobby. Megan, fueled by her determination, insisted that the farm should unquestionably be part of their rightful inheritance. To her, it represented not just a piece of land, but also a connection to their father's passions and cherished memories. However, lawyer Samuel, the bearer of both good and challenging news, revealed a truth that shattered Megan's hopes. The farm was actually rented land, and therefore separate from their father's estate. The revelation shocked Megan to her core. The dream of claiming the farm as their own, with its sentimental value and potential for a shared future, vanished in an instant. Tiffany, overcome with mixed emotions, tried to bridge the widening gap between the sisters, understanding Megan's disappointment, but also realizing the limitations imposed by the legalities surrounding the estate. As the discussion escalated, another surprising element emerged: the storage shed. Initially perceived as unimportant, it suddenly became a focal point of controversy. Megan, pragmatic in nature, dismissed the shed's significance and instead favored a monetary settlement. To her, cold, hard cash outweighed sentimentality. In contrast, Tiffany recognized the shed's value beyond its physical appearance and protested against the unequal arrangement. Driven by curiosity and a sense of justice, Tiffany decided to dig deeper into the storage shed. To her astonishment, she stumbled upon another door leading to a small hidden space. Inside, she discovered a large safe that held a collection of valuable watches her father had meticulously gathered over the years. This unexpected discovery changed the trajectory of the inheritance, shifting both perspectives and priorities. Intrigued by the potential worth of the watches, Tiffany sought advice from another lawyer. As she delved into the appraised value, she realized the significant monetary worth of her father's collection. Word of the watch's value soon reached Megan's ears, sparking a desperate attempt to benefit financially from the newfound knowledge. However, her inclination towards greed and impatience led her down a treacherous path, resulting in legal trouble when she attempted to access the safe. Caught in a web of deceit and confronting the consequences of her actions, Megan's world unraveled further, exposing her own hidden financial struggles. In this unexpected turn of events, Tiffany discovered her sister's vulnerability and recognized the need for both reconciliation and rebuilding. As the situation unfolded, Tiffany made a heartfelt decision to return to their childhood home, not merely as a result of the valuable watches, but as a testament to her desire to honor their father's memory and pave the way for healing and familial harmony. The unexpected turns, revelations, and subsequent family reconciliation became a testament to the transformative power of unexpected circumstances as Tiffany and Megan embarked on a journey of rediscovering their bond and embracing the importance of forgiveness. The farm's role in the inheritance. Among the varied contents of their father's inheritance, one element stood out to Tiffany and Megan: the farm that their father had lovingly maintained as a hobby. This piece of land held a special place in their hearts, evoking memories of joyful family gatherings and the essence of their father's passions. Megan, fueled by her emotional attachment, insisted that the farm should unquestionably be part of their rightful inheritance. Her arguments were compelling, as she believed that the farm represented more than just a physical plot of rented land. To Megan, it embodied their father's legacy and the irreplaceable connection to their family history. It would be a way to honor their father's memory and ensure the preservation of his dreams. However, lawyer Samuel, the bearer of both good and challenging news, shattered Megan's hopes when he revealed that the farm was separate from their father's estate due to its status as rented land. As the truth unfolded, emotions cascaded through Megan's mind: disappointment, anger, and a profound sense of loss. The farm, once a symbol of their father's love and dedication, transformed into a distant dream, an unattainable piece of their inheritance. Tiffany, witnessing Megan's turmoil, yearned for reconciliation between them. She understood her sister's pain, but also recognized the limitations imposed by legal constraints. The revelation of the farm's exclusion from the inheritance intensified the already heated discussion between the sisters. Beyond the sentimental value, it also had practical implications, as the farm had the potential for future prosperity and creating a shared legacy for the sisters. Their differing perspectives on its significance further deepened the chasm between them. While Megan fought for the inclusion of the farm, the division of the inheritance outlined by lawyer Samuel allocated the house and land to their father's wife. The savings and storage shed were set to be split between Tiffany and Megan. This unequal arrangement, especially in light of the farm's exclusion, added fuel to the fire of their disagreement. In the midst of the controversy, the storage shed emerged as an unexpected point of contention. Megan, pragmatic in nature, dismissed the shed as unimportant and instead favored a monetary settlement as her share of the inheritance. Her focus shifted towards immediate financial gain, downplaying the sentimental value attached to the shed. Tiffany, however, recognized the injustice of this arrangement and passionately protested against it. Driven by a desire for fairness and a subtle understanding that there might be more to the shed than met the eye, Tiffany embarked on her own exploration. To her astonishment, she discovered a hidden door within the shed, leading into a small secret space. Inside this hidden sanctuary, she came face to face with a large, sturdy safe that held a collection of valuable watches carefully curated by her father. The discovery of the watches brought a wave of emotions crashing over Tiffany. It was not merely the monetary value that impacted her, but the realization that these timepieces represented a deeper connection to their father's life. The watches became a focal point that shifted both sisters' perspectives on the nature of their inheritance. The significance of material possessions paled in comparison to the legacy their father had left behind. Intrigued by the potential worth of the watches, Tiffany sought the advice of another lawyer to determine their exact value. As she dived into the appraisal process, the realization struck her: the watches held a significant monetary value and could potentially alter the course of their lives, providing a glimpse of financial security. The news of the watch's worth soon reached Megan's ears, igniting her desire for financial gain and leading her down a treacherous path. Motivated by greed and impatience, Megan attempted to bypass legal procedures and gain access to the safe. However, her ill-conceived actions not only proved fruitless, but also exposed her to legal repercussions. The situation unraveled further as the revelation of Megan's financial troubles became intertwined with the inheritance dispute. Amidst the chaos, Tiffany found herself at a crossroads. She recognized the need for family reconciliation, forgiveness, and healing. Inspired by the newfound perspective the watches had brought, she made a courageous decision to return to their childhood home. This choice was driven not solely by financial gain, but by a deeper desire to honor their father's memory and pave the way for rebuilding their fractured bonds. The unexpected turns in their inheritance journey unveiled hidden truths, tested the sisters' characters, and ultimately led them on a path towards family reconciliation. It was in the face of adversity and through the lens of their father's legacy that Tiffany and Megan started a remarkable journey of rediscovery, redemption, and the realization that true wealth lies in the bonds that bind a family together. Unexpected turns and family reconciliation. As Tiffany grappled with the newfound knowledge of the valuable watches hidden within the shed, she knew she had stumbled upon something that could potentially alter the course of their inheritance. Seeking guidance and clarity, she turned to a trusted lawyer to assess the true worth of the timepieces. It didn't take long for Tiffany to comprehend the magnitude of the watch's value. Their significance extended beyond mere monetary worth. They held a piece of her father's legacy, a testament to his refined taste and passion. With this knowledge, Tiffany's perspective on the inheritance shifted once again. Meanwhile, Megan, aware of the watch's value, was consumed by the desire for immediate financial gain. Blinded by greed, she attempted to bypass legal channels and gain access to the safe, hoping to secure her share of the inheritance. However, her impetuous actions proved futile, leading her down a treacherous path filled with legal complications. The situation took an unexpected turn when Megan's attempt at illegal access to the safe was discovered. Her actions not only jeopardized her own financial standing, but also shed light on her mounting financial troubles. As Tiffany learned about her sister's predicament, a mix of emotions overwhelmed her, a blend of compassion, concern, and a strong belief in the importance of familial bonds. It was a pivotal moment for Tiffany, a moment of reckoning and introspection. The inheritance dispute that had driven a wedge between the sisters now served as a catalyst for reflection and forgiveness. Realizing the significance of family unity and reconciliation, Tiffany made a life-altering decision. She chose to return to their childhood home, the place where their shared memories were born. Tiffany's decision was not based solely on financial gain. It was fueled by a deep understanding that the true value of their inheritance lay not in material possessions, but in the bonds forged through love, understanding, and forgiveness. She hoped that by returning to their roots, she could create a space for healing and rebuilding their fractured relationship. As Tiffany journeyed back to the place that held so many cherished memories, she found herself immersed in a whirlwind of emotions. The familiar sights and sounds of their childhood home brought forth a flood of memories. The laughter, the tears, the shared joys, and the challenges they had faced together as a family. In the midst of this healing process, Tiffany extended an olive branch to Megan, embracing her sister with open arms. Together, they navigated through the tangled web of legal troubles, acknowledging the mistakes made and learning valuable lessons along the way. The watches, once a symbol of discord, became a catalyst for a renewed understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. United by a shared desire to honor their father's memory and rebuild their bond, Tiffany and Megan embarked on a journey of family reconciliation. Their inheritance dispute became a mere backdrop to a more profound transformation, the realization that true wealth lies within the strength of their familial ties. As the sisters began to reconnect and rebuild the bridges that had been broken, they discovered the power of forgiveness and empathy. Through their journey, they unlocked the hidden treasure of their father's legacy, not in the form of material possessions, but in the deep love and connection they shared as a family. In the end, it was not the farm, the house, or the wealth that defined their inheritance. It was the journey they took together, the lessons learned, and the rekindling of a bond that ultimately brought them true fulfillment. their unexpected turns paved the way for an unexpected and beautiful reconciliation that would forever shape the story of their lives.